She has 12 years of experience in sustainability in both the UK and Canada. This includes projects in zero carbon housing regeneration, food system assessments, city sustainability strategies, and regional transit plans. Welcome.
Thanks, Frances.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. That is one impressive resume you've got. So I'd love to know, and I think everyone else would, how is the District of Saanich putting your skills to work with climate action and a One Planet community in mind?
Well, that's really nice of you to say, but I'm really fortunate to work with a fantastic team and have a huge history of great climate action at Saanich and in the community on which to build. From a corporate perspective, everything from our EV charging stations to our bike lanes to home energy retrofit incentives. So these were actions that were put out from our first climate plan, which was from 2010 and had a timeline to 2020. But you know, since that time, we've seen climate change science progress. We have a better understanding that A, we're not really meeting those targets, and also that the climate risks are there and increasing. So from our local perspective, we're seeing hotter summers, we're seeing drier summers, more intense winter storms, flooding, and we will begin to see sea level rise as well. So Council, being cognizant of that, adopted new targets in fall of last year to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by 80% from our 2007 baseline by 2050. And alongside that, a target to become a 100% renewable energy community by 2050. And that's in line with the Paris Accord. And so currently our team is working on an updated climate plan to achieve those targets and working with the community on that.
Fantastic. So what's your current climate impact plan?
Okay, well, Cora gave you a little bit of an overview of some of Saanich and Victoria's emissions. Most cities measure what's called territorial emissions, and she mentioned that those are really the energy that's used within our city boundaries. So energy from transportation, the fuel that we use in our cars, the fuel that we use to heat and power our homes, and the way we treat our waste. But that accounts for not the whole picture. So when you look at our consumption-based emissions inventory that Cora mentioned, that we luckily have done from our 2015 eco-footprint work, we're actually way beyond that. We also include the products and goods that we consume in Saanich that may actually be produced and imported from elsewhere, like Europe or America, such as food and our clothing. So if you look at that, we're at about 880,000 tons of carbon a year as a community. And that's about 7.7 tons per person per year.
Wow. So what does that mean for the average resident then? Really?
What does that mean?
Like, we're going to have to change some things.
So to put that in perspective, if you, for instance, drive the average gas car for most of your trips, that's about 4.7 tons of carbon a year per person. We've got a lot of homes that are heated with oil in Saanich and in Victoria in the region. That's quite high emissions, so that's about 7 tons of carbon a year. So you're already up at about 12 tons per person a year. And now if we wanted to achieve One Planet living and our greenhouse gas emission targets, we need to reduce that to 2 tons of carbon per person per year. Yes, I know it sounds really overwhelming. But actually, I think a lot of people are already living a One Planet lifestyle and they don't necessarily realize. We're really fortunate in BC that our electricity supply, BC Hydro, is about 98% renewable. So if you walk, and you've heard from Eric, if you take transit, if you bike to work, or perhaps you bought a second-hand EV and you're driving an electric vehicle, your transportation emissions are already almost 100% renewable. And then if you change that oil-heated home over to, for instance, an air source heat pump, and there are provincial rebates at the moment for that, then again, you're right down to almost 100% renewable. So that leaves you about 2 tons for your waste and your consumables. You're living a pretty good One Planet lifestyle already.
Wow, so how can more people get involved, and what can we do?
So we can't do this as Saanich alone, as a municipality. We've got to build this plan with a community. We're hoping that the community and businesses, even if you don't live in Saanich, but you come visit our recreation centres or our parks, that you will get engaged. And if you visit saanich.ca/climate plan, we've got a survey at the moment. Please take the survey. We've got a great backgrounder with more information, and we've got more information about our One Planet Saanich initiative that Cora spoke about that we'd really love to get involved with businesses as well. So please get involved and help us build this climate plan over the next year.
Oh, great job.